As you know, Jesse Watters Primetime issued a Freedom of Information Act request for the White House cocaine materials. We're still being stonewalled, but the Biden administration did turn over some documents about their dog. And the Secret Service is angry because Biden's German Shepherd, Commander, won't stop biting him. Joe's dog even sent a Secret Service agent to the hospital. Emails show one agent saying, quote, "What a joke. If it wasn't their dog, he'd already have been put down. Freaking clown needs a muzzle." Binder was asked about Joe's dangerous dog today. She gave her usual answer, which means she didn't know.
So under D.C. municipal rules, after a dog bites an individual, the dog must be quarantined for 10 days. Do you know if Commander was quarantined for a period of time?
I would have to refer to USSS.
Just like his son, Biden's dog also gets special treatment. Commander's the only thing Binder doesn't want to have quarantined. Commander even gnawed on another agent's leg after one of Biden's movie nights. The president let Commander out in the garden off leash. That brings Biden's White House dog bite total to 7 people in just 4 months. Remember, this is after they got rid of the first dog, Major, who was so aggressive they had to send him to stay with a family friend. So why does Biden's dog keep biting everybody?
It seems that Commander Biden has a bit of a biting problem. Can you give us the latest and also any plans for him to perhaps make a move, go stay with some family friends as Major Biden, the previous dog, did?
So as you all know, the White House complex can be unique and very stressful. And that is something I'm sure you all can understand.
Bush's dog Barney never bit an agent after 9/11. How much stress can Commander be under? Let's ask an expert. Joining me now is celebrity dog trainer Tom Davis with his German Shepherd, Diesel. So why is Commander biting all these agents?
Well, I think it's a very chaotic place, right? And there's also clearly a lack of structure. And I think at the same time, there's not many dogs in America that would live past bite 3, bite 4, bite 5, and we're biting government officials. So it's not a
Some
good.
people say government officials need to be bitten. That's not me saying it, especially the Secret Service agents. They don't deserve that. They did the Coke investigation perfectly. Tell me how you would train your dog if this was Joe Biden's White House dog.
Well, I think the first thing is training, and I haven't seen anything that's really indicated training thus far, especially after bite 1 or 2. So really what you want to do with any dog, it doesn't matter if they're a puppy, they're aggressive, whatever the case is just start with training. So structure, routines, boundaries, some sort of disciplinary actions, accountability, making sure that the dog knows, or just management. Hey, if you have a dog that doesn't like people, that's okay. You know, we all don't like people. So
I don't like a lot of people.
Management.
Is there such a thing as a bad dog or a bad owner?
That's a good question. So I really truly feel bad for any dog that's in a situation that can be very stressful, right? I actually have a trademark, no bad dogs, because that's what we believe in wholeheartedly. Any dog that gets put into a situation that's, really stressful can make a mistake. And I think right now it's really just about managing the situation, finding a right training program, and getting the dogs as trained as they possibly can.
I mean, Commander's biting more things than Hunter. Is it time to move Commander out of the White House?
Well, I think if, again, bite 1, bite 2, bite 3, etc., it's, I don't know. I think that the dog definitely needs training. The dog definitely needs to be put into a different environment that the dog can't make mistakes in. Because right now, it's clear that the dog is making mistake after mistake after mistake, and I feel bad for the dog, and I think it's at a point where it's dangerous.
All right. Well, this dog's not dangerous. Diesel,
No.
What a pro. They say dogs look like their owners. I don't see it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.